Hey guys, it's Jessica. I'm sorry it's taken so long to do an update. Life's just been chaotic between being pregnant and Gavin, and my sister, my nieces ended up moving in with us again for a while, and things have just been chaotic. So I didn't feel like there was all that much to update on, other because I hadn't been doing pregnancy updates. So anyway, I figured I would get on here and do an update though, since it's like the month I'm due, and update you on what's going on. So this is what's going on. Yeah, I had the baby. My due date was July 20th, and I seriously did not think I would make it to my due date. Gavin came at 39 weeks. Yeah, he did. He came right on 39 weeks. And this baby is just sitting so low my whole pregnancy. I just felt like it was going to fall out. But I started having contractions probably around 37 or 38 weeks. Just toning contractions, nothing painful. I guess Braxton Hicks or whatever. I didn't know I was having them until I would feel my stomach or everything got so tight that my hips would pinch really bad, and I was like, I couldn't stand up straight. So, but besides that, they weren't painful or anything. And I had those for 2 or 3 weeks. And then my due date came and went, which shocked me. Yes, it did. It did. And that was on a Saturday. And then Monday at around 7 o'clock in the morning, I woke up and I started having contractions that were actually like, these are actual, doing something contractions. And but they were anywhere from 15 seconds long to a minute long, and anywhere from 3 or 4 minutes to 25 minutes apart. So there was no real pattern or anything with them. Yeah. So that went on all day Monday. And then around 11 o'clock at night, I think, I ended up calling Jason home from work around 7, I think, 6 or 7. He got home at 7 or 8. Because I had Gavin and the girls, my nieces. And I was uncomfortable. Now, granted, I felt like I was going to be having contractions like that for 3 or 4 days. And so I felt kind of bad calling Jason home from work. But I was like, I could really use help putting the kids to bed, and I don't have any patience, and I'm hurting, and so I just called him home from work. And then around 11 o'clock that night, which he doesn't get off till 11 or 12, 11 o'clock at night, they quickly went from like being spaced anywhere between 5 and 25 minutes apart, and going from that to like back to back. And I realized around 11 or 12 o'clock at night that this is something. This is real. Yeah, I'd been laboring all day, but I guess I didn't believe that I was actually like in labor. Anyway, so yeah, he's squirmy. He's a squirmy bud. Sorry. I apologize. I'm all over the place, and I was gonna do this update yesterday, and it just totally didn't work. It didn't work. Gavin wasn't cooperating, so like I need to get it up. Um, anyway, so then Tuesday morning at 1:50, I believe, 1:50 on Tuesday morning, I went to the bathroom and my water broke while I was on the toilet, and my body just started pushing. I could not control it. My body just started pushing. Thankfully, earlier in the day, Monday, Jason and I had already set up the birthing pool. So I told him I'm pushing, so he started filling up the tub with water, and I got in probably around 2 or just a little after 2 in the morning, and I was still pushing. I couldn't stop pushing. Even if I was trying not to push, my body was still pushing. And I started having all these thoughts like, what if I can't do it? What if this baby gets stuck like Gavin did? What if my body just can't have a baby naturally the way it's supposed to? What if I'm broken? What if mama's broken? Um, so yeah, I started having all these thoughts, and I was having a ton of back labor like I had with Gavin, which resulted in him getting stuck and having a C-section and all that. So that all added to those thoughts of what if I can't do it. Anyway, so that quickly went from all this back labor, feeling like the baby was trying to come out the wrong hole, to all of a sudden I felt the baby move, and the baby was crowning. And I'm like, what? So Gavin had specifically asked to be a part of it. So Jason went and got him up, and he came and just started watching. He just watched. By the way, I had a couple friends come who knew what they were doing to just observe and make sure everything was okay, and like deal with the placenta and cleaning up afterwards, and just to make sure the baby was all right afterwards, and make sure I'm not bleeding too much. So they got there at like, one of them got there at like 2:15, and the other one got there at 2:30 or 2:40 or something like that. And the baby started crowning. Gavin was in there. Jason was next to me. And the pool was set up in my kitchen, if that matters to anybody. And then I was trying to breathe through the contractions because I did not want to tear. Like, things down there are just really tight, and I didn't want... I knew I was going to rip wide open. So I was trying my best to prevent as much of that as possible. So I was trying to breathe through the urge to push, but it wasn't happening. Like, my whole body was pushing uncontrollably. So then I don't know how many pushes it was, because I was trying so hard not to push and just let the baby descend on its own. But anyway, that didn't happen. My body just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And then at 3:08 a.m. on Tuesday, July 23rd, 2013, this little bundle of joy popped out of Mama in the water in the kitchen at home. And I looked down and realized that we had a sweet baby girl. Yeah, I have a daughter. And we named her Fiona Elowin. Didn't we? Didn't we? Yes. Yes. So yeah, 3:08 had her. Jason and Gavin cut the umbilical cord. The whole experience, I mean, it was really fast, and so it was really, really intense. But it was perfect. It took a good 24 hours for me to think I could do this again. First 24 hours, I was like, I don't know. That hurt really bad. But I would do it again. It didn't take all that long. It was very intense, but I got to birth my baby by myself in my home. She went straight to my chest. We were able to establish breastfeeding. Again, Jason and Gavin got to cut the cord, and yeah, it was just perfect. She's just perfect. And Big Brother is in love. So that is my announcement for July. I'm sorry it took so long, but she is now 8 days old. And I will... Hey everybody. And I will try to do an update later on breastfeeding, but for right now I gotta go make dinner.
I have made a big watermelon lifetime.
Oh yeah?
Yes, like this.
Okay, be careful. Let's say bye-bye.
Bye guys.
Bye guys.
Bye guys.